Hey guys, this is Marcus Creation and today I want to show you some architecture studies that I did. First of all, a Happy New Year 2016 for you, and let's start. So you may remember this page with blacksmith workshops that I already showed you last time. This was because I want to create a new story with my own world and stuff, and this sure start in a small blacksmith workshop, so that was this stuff. Now I'm trying to expand this world, and the next thing I thought of is a city, a bigger city, and yeah, I'm trying to create a style. I'm not sure about the time. I guess it's kind of medieval, but to create something remarkable or recognizable, um, I have to learn something about architecture. So I study from the whole history. So I started with ancient architecture. The first one is obviously ancient Greece. So I will tell you a bit about ancient Greek architecture. Yeah, what you can see here, they used obviously very many pillars all the time. We have three different types of pillars, which are Doric, Ionic, and Corinthic. The first one is not very decorated, and it's a bit bigger. The Ionic, the second one, is a bit has some ornaments on the top, and the base of this pillar is made like the top, except of the ornaments. It's just like you can exactly see what I mean in this picture. So, and the third one is like the second one, but has even more ornaments on top. That's the gist of it, I would say. Sometimes they used statues as pillars, what is just more decoration and can give a nice look to a building. So the next thing about ancient Greece, what I guess everybody knows, is the Acropolis. Ancient Greece. The ancient Greeks invented the democracy, and so that means every citizen has the right to participate in the decisions that the state is making. And so they had city-states, which means every city decides for their own, and each city-state or each city had one acropolis for defense. So it's on a hill, and around it kind of is a wall, or like a city wall, but the city is outside of it too, so it's not a city wall, it's just a defense wall. And yeah, around the Acropolis are government buildings and temples. I think later in history it became less government buildings around and only temples, but In the beginning it was both. Yeah, okay, they have democracy and city-states and acropolises. So yeah, then I have ruins, okay. So in this Greece democracy, everybody was equal, in opposite to nowadays. And so they had these, I think it's called townhouses. It's very many houses of the exactly same kind in one row. I guess you know what I mean. Everybody has the same house, the same garden, the same wall and stuff. Yeah, that's those houses. That's a nice idea. Um, yeah, and then I have one statue of Pericles, who was a leader of ancient uh, Greece and was a patron of art and culture in ancient Greece and made it bloom, if you say so. Okay, the next topic I went on to was ancient Rome. So the Romans, as funny as it sounds, they invented arcs because they had some technique to make better cement or something like that. They were the first who were able to make arcs, like you see here, with which are round. And if you remember, the Greeks, they built everything edgy. Yeah. So they were able to make arcs, and because of that, they were also able to make domes. So they had not to make these flat roofs like the Greeks. And they built temple with that and stuff like that. So yeah, then they had the Colosseum, which was to entertain the citizens, and it is made of very many arcs uh, on top of each other. Yeah, that's that. Then we have a statue of Augustus, just for style purpose. Ancient Rome, they developed statues without heads, with ideal body proportions. It's like in drawing, but um, people could, if they wanted a statue, they just put the head of the person, statue head, on top of the ideal body. They did not try to make someone realistic like in real life, but idealistic. Yeah, then we have Arc de Triomphe. It's French, Arc de Triomphe, but I think it's called that in English too. I will call it that. The big arcs they built when a warlord won a battle. They erected them in a city so everybody knows he has won. Yeah, that's those. Normally they are way broader. That's not good in this sketch, but it's just a sketch and it's okay. And I had no space. Okay, so then just a template for a roof. They really often they had their pillars in front of the building, then they made a triangle on top of it, and in those triangles they made decorations, and these are spearmen, spear fighter, and horses, and a little war scene. Stuff like that was oftentimes in those triangles. Then the Romans were the first one, or the inventors of aqueducts, which are water supplies. So they already had toilets with flowing water, permanently flowing water, and this was possible because they took the water from outside of the city and they made those aqueducts, and there the water flows into the city and then they can use it all the time. Yeah, that's this, and it, like you see, it's built out of it's a very long line of arcs, and on top of it there are more arcs, and on top of it there are more arcs. It's 3 lines on top of each other, and that's about miles to the city, and yeah, that's the aqueduct. And yeah, this is just the style I described earlier. Pillars in front of the building, and then the triangle on top with this, which is a bit decorated, and this sketch as a whole just tries to catch the style. Yeah, that's ancient Rome. So yeah, I showed you ancient Greece and ancient Rome, and that's it for now, because I don't have more yet, but it will become more. So that's it for this time. More will follow in the next video or in one of the next videos. So till next time, see ya.